Hello, my name is Kathy. I'm the owner of Utah DIY Wedding in Payson, Utah. I'm at a LDS church in Spanish Fork. I'm about to show you one of our cultural hall weddings. This wedding was set up by the family. We start with one of our signs, and so the adventure begins. We come around here. I'm walking through these as if you're a guest at the wedding. And we have their guest book table. And one of our guest book signs looks like they'll be signing hearts. Then guests will come along here. And this is their card and gift area. And we have one of our newest card holders. It's a large geometric terrarium with a sign that says cards. They've added this beautiful greenery. There's one of our gift signs and pictures of a happy couple, and looks like they were made a quilt. Beautiful. I love the blue and yellow. From this point, I'm going to kind of pan around, give you a panoramic view of this cultural hall. There next is the backdrop, the main backdrop. And then over there, those sparkly lights, we're going to go over there in a moment. But that is where they're going to put the food table. You can see their guest tables set up. And I like how they've kind of divided the gym into two portions. The middle section is where there's going to be dancing later on. The cake is in the far corner. And then on the stage, they've put our 4-foot love letters. And then they have a memory table and some more pictures over there. But let's resume our tour. So here we have our backdrop. I have to tell you that this is probably my favorite backdrop I have. This is my original backdrop from when I started doing weddings 5 years ago. It's 5 vintage doors, including 2 French doors. And you can see the greenery that's on there. We include 18 feet of garland with all of our backdrops. This is more than the 18 feet. They rented additional strands of greenery from me for $5 for 6-foot strands. We did provide them with the wreaths as well, and the lace for the windows, the French doors. But this is my original doors backdrop, one of my favorite. Then looks like they have someone that needed a comfy chair. So they've got a chair here next to the line. Like I said, this is where the food's going to be. This is a fun backdrop. The bride and her mother found this on Pinterest and asked me if I could do it for them. And it's a long tulle that kind of gathers on the floor. And then there's 2 bunches of greenery is all that's pinned to the top. And the centerpieces are provided by us as well. They did that really popular look of the cylinders with candles in them. And then they've got some little gold mercury glass votives. They did 2 different centerpieces here. So they have banquet tables that have this one, and then they set up 2 round tables to kind of break it up. And on the round tables, they used our giant terrariums with a candle and more greenery. I happen to know that tomorrow they're going to be putting some white flowers on this as well to kind of break it up. But how pretty is this? Like I said, I've seen more and more where they're doing like leaving that empty space in the middle for dancing, and I really like it, but I've never seen them do the combination of the round and the banquet tables. And then here is where their cake's going to be, and they got a cake slicer set from us. We always try and include all those details. I tell brides all the time, it's not hard to spend $200 or $300 on what I call the stupid stuff of the wedding, and afterwards you don't know what to do with it. We provide all that for you. They put a tablecloth on this, tied it really pretty. Now here's one of my favorite things that I like to do in cultural halls that have stages. Stages can be just a pain to do. So they have got my big gold love letters. These are not marquee. They don't have lights in them. With any collection with me, you get 2 wild cards. You can take additional items too, but wild cards are just special decor pieces to further personalize your wedding from the collection that we do so often. And they chose these, and it's my favorite up there on the stage. Stages always have these big, heavy velvet curtains, and I always think those gold love letters give such a pop and kind of make it interesting rather than just a big, empty black hole. Then over here, they've taken one of my chalkboards, and this is one of my big gold frame chalkboards that we include in a decor collection, and they've got the evening schedule. Then they have a memory table of all the people that couldn't be here today. This is not my sign on this table, but I have about 5 different signs that you can choose for memory signs as well. And then here, just to fill in this corner, they have all these pictures of the bride and the groom. They've got their bridals and engagements, and they grabbed some ficus trees from friends and neighbors to kind of give it another greenery backdrop. We include 2 floor easels in any collection, and here they're using them to display their bridal pictures. So anyway, let's give you one last view of this because we're back at the beginning. And this is what a cultural hall wedding can look like for $3.95 to complete decor. We do this all the time, and it works really well for brides. They love it. They feel like we help them give them their dream wedding without spending too much money. This one does have an additional backdrop, but we give you a second backdrop for free when you book 60 days out and pay in full your $3.95. Otherwise, you can just put $100 down with a balance due in full 30 days before the wedding. Thank you. Have a great night.